All right, let's move on. Oregon beats Colorado 42-6 yesterday. A lot of and shout out Colin Wilson, our gambling guy, told you he loved Oregon every which way but Sunday. Yesterday, a lot of I'm seeing a lot of like fuck you, Colorado. Now the hype can finally die, and I just don't. I understand why it's happening. I guess I just don't agree with it, and I don't engage with it because I don't give it a lot of credence. Like, I never thought Colorado was going to win this game.
No.
You know, and we never really thought it was going to be that close. Colorado this year was never going to be judged by are you beating Oregon, USC? And I'm not trying to be some sort of apologist or anything. I just mean that I come away from this game and I'm more impressed with Oregon than I'm down on Colorado. Like, I come away from this game okay, like Oregon, we're trying to figure out who is the true Pac-12 big dog, and Washington looked fucking awesome again last night. So shout out Washington as well. Still got USC out there. Even like Wazoo and stuff. But Oregon now feels like, okay, you know what? They are very clearly in that first tier, and maybe they end up being your Pac-12 champion. I mean, Bo Nix was fantastic yesterday.
No, we said this is going to be his opportunity to make a statement in the Heisman run. He had a great year last year. You know, they had the loss late in the season. He got banged up, and that kind of derailed any opportunity. But he's been nothing short of magnificent this entire season, throwing the football, running the football, being creative with his legs. I mean, he makes splash plays, and that's what you need. If you want to win the Heisman, you need splash, sexy plays. And Bo Nix brings that week in and week out. And he did it on a stage where everyone was going to be watching the game. Like, I'm interested to see who covered that game. Was it ESPN or Fox? I don't have everything on mute. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But regardless, I'm just interested to see what the numbers were, because obviously we know Colorado's been putting up stupid numbers when it comes to viewership. That was
did you see what Dan Lanning said at halftime?
What?
In the halftime interviews, run off the field, and he goes, hopefully all those people that have been watching all those games are watching this. I was like, ooh, okay, Dan. Okay, Dan.
Because, I mean, honestly, let's be honest, how many Oregon games do people truly watch during the season? And they'll watch more this year than in previous, because you look at their schedule and it's against, they have Washington and Washington State and Utah and USC and Oregon State left on the schedule. So, those will be opportunities for more primetime games than Oregon's maybe ever had, but usually they're playing later in the day where people in the East Coast aren't watching them, and that's where a lot of the Heisman vote comes from. So I think this was a great opportunity. It was on ABC, according to Brumley. This was a great opportunity for Bo Nix to make a statement that I am an elite quarterback. I know there's a lot of great quarterbacks in this league. I've been kind of put to the side and moved behind Deion Sanders because of the way he's played. And that was kind of his moment of saying, not so fast. Like, don't forget about me. Don't forget about the Ducks.
Yeah. So I come away from this game feeling really bullish on Oregon. With Colorado, again, it doesn't ding them too hard in my eyes, but Deion Sanders, this is a growth opportunity here. It's the first time that he looked mortal all season long.
Look, the receivers were mortal too. I thought that was going to be a matchup that Colorado could have moments of moving the ball, because I didn't think Oregon's DBs were necessarily game wreckers, and they couldn't get open. They couldn't.
No.
A lot of those were coverage sacks where, Weaver was getting locked up one-on-one with those DBs down the field. And there was
so how do you overcome that, though? How do you overcome that? And I don't mean like you're going to overcome it and have success, but you can't take that many sacks. So, what do you do? Are you just throwing the ball away? Do you just have to throw it and hope the receiver can make a play? What do you try to do?
The only thing that can help Colorado right now is finding a way to run the football in Travis Hunter. But you have to, and they can't. They're stuck right now. I mean, this is an offense that teams know that they don't even want to commit to running the football. There's not a commitment to run it. They ran the ball 15 times in the game. And I know if you go look at the stats, it's 25 of 40. 10 of those were from
Shedeur being sacked.
For minus 34. They ran the ball 15 times in the game. They know they can't run. Teams know they can't run. And teams are now just preparing to just play more coverage and slow down these receivers.
And I don't know. I feel like you're right. Running the ball would absolutely help Shedeur. I also feel like it's almost a game flow situation where, again, I don't know, maybe it's impossible though, to your point, if the receivers aren't open, but like some games you can get away with what he's been so good at this year, holding the ball, extending the play, and just finding a way to make some magic happen. But at a certain point, this game, you had to realize it was just not that game, and you got to get that ball out. Even though I don't know, what are you going to do? Oregon just clearly better than Colorado.
Well,
As they should be. As they should be right now. I mean, they've been recruiting for years.
Yeah, and to defend Sanders a little bit on that, like I think, like there's multiple times where I'm just like yelling at Steve, like throw the ball away, throw the ball away, throw the ball. But I think in the part of his mind too is he understood that we're not going to be able to move the ball methodically down the field. That wasn't going to happen.
True.
I need to create splash plays. I need to create explosive plays, and I need to give my receivers as much time as I can give them to be able to get open down the field. So I'm going to kind of sit back here and try to see if I could be a magician with the football. And it just wasn't his day. I mean, that defense was all over him from the very first possession. It wasn't going to happen. And like you alluded to, T-Bob, like I don't think anyone in their right mind expected Colorado to win that football game. There's people like myself that was hoping that they could make it interesting and make it maybe somewhat competitive for at least a half.
We did bet Colorado plus 21, full disclosure. Yep. We had a good day yesterday, but
that's also why I bet the under 70 and a half, just to make sure.
Aaron's unders were on fire yesterday.
3 for 3? I was 7 for 3 yesterday. I was 7 for 3 yesterday.
3. Let's go, bro. I haven't checked my record yet. I'll be taking your 10% bookie fee. Shout out DraftKings.